Hey guys, Tony with Lux Foundation Solutions. Today we are at a customer's house starting a project where we're fixing some bowing in the walls and more just adding some structural stability to the cinder block that you see behind me. Because we see some signs where there's some cracking, we see some signs where the wall's starting to bow in, and you can really see it further up in the house where you can see some wall separation and everything like that with drywall cracks. So what we're going to do to resolve this issue is we're going to actually put some steel I-beams against the wall with some brackets at the top and the bottom, and that's basically going to squeeze against the wall and create that solid structural stability from any water or soil pressure that might be pushing from the outside. So some telltale signs that you may need something like this is if you're seeing some horizontal cracking in some cinder block, if you have a cinder block foundation, or a CMU, a concrete masonry unit, that's what it's called now. They don't use cinder anymore. But if you start seeing some of the horizontal cracking forming inside those walls, that's an indicator that the wall's bowing in, because basically as the soil pressure and the water on the outside of the wall starts pushing, it's gonna bow the wall and you're gonna see that crack open up horizontally in like a perfect strip. Some other things that you might see is if somebody's patched the wall a number of times, where maybe one little area is just a lot thicker between the courses of cinder block, then that's a sign that somebody's patched a crack over and over again and it's continuing to move. So we're gonna have to address it further with some structural stability. Some other things you might notice above inside some of the living space inside your house is some doors that may be sticking when you open and close them. Some windows may not open and close anymore. You might see some diagonal cracks branching off of those areas. And it's all just indicated because this wall is bowing in, so it's going to cause further issues as you go up throughout the house. So something specific that we do for all our jobs involving structure is we're going to make sure we have a set of engineered plans and we have the permits to ensure that what we're doing is going to make sure the house stays up right. And it's never like a cut and dry solution to every single house. Every house is different. Every house has something weird in particular that's going on that we need to address. And the other thing that helps us when we go to an engineer is sometimes we can save some cost to the homeowner, to ourselves, to just material, everything. Because they may see something that we can use to our advantage rather than just going with some boilerplate solution for the structure of a house. So something we did here is a lot of times when we install these steel I-beams, we have to cut a hole inside the concrete and bury it into basically like a little footer for it. But because of the way this house was built, the way the concrete's kind of laid out inside this home, we talked with our engineer. We came up with this solution to basically form some brackets on the bottom and the top. So it saves a lot on labor, it saves a lot on material and time for the homeowner, so they're not sitting here listening to us jackhammer their basement the entire time. So engineered plans, they definitely come in handy.